Donald Peterson presents The True Adventures of Junior G-Men.
The Junior G-Men are on the air, speeding to your homes, ready for action. Stand by. All Junior G-Men, stand by. Stand by for the thrilling details of the footprint that solved a crime. Calling all Junior G-Men, stand by for report of Junior G-Man Anthony Adams concerning...
The footprint that solved a crime.
Report number 906 in 3 parts is given by Operator Anthony Adams of Weston. Part 2.
Well, last time I told you about the Kirbys, the people who live in a ground floor apartment right across the hall from us. They'd only lived there 2 months, but in that time, Mr. Kirby managed to get himself pretty well disliked. He had made several complaints to Mr. Daniels, the superintendent, and practically accused him of stealing some old letters in a diary that had disappeared from the Kirby apartment. Then one time when Willie Jackson, the superintendent's assistant, who's a little funny, accidentally broke a mirror, Mr. Kirby hit him and knocked him out. Now, Dad had never even spoken to Mr. Kirby, and that's why we were both surprised when one night he came over to our apartment and told us that his life had been threatened, and he explained that a long time ago, he and a man by the name of Ralph Graham had sold a lot of worthless bonds. And when the police finally caught up with them, Mr. Kirby managed to escape, while his partner was captured. After serving 2 years of his sentence, Graham died in prison, and Mr. Kirby was sure that the writer of the threatening letters he'd been receiving was a friend or relative of his dead partner. Now, after telling us the whole story, Mr. Kirby insisted that Dad helped him to find the identity of the man who signed himself the Avenger, and threatened to make lots of trouble if Dad went to the police. Well, almost an hour after Mr. Kirby had left our apartment, a stranger came and asked where Kirby lived. And when he left... Dad, that man...
What about him?
The Avenger. Do you suppose it could have been...
Good heavens, son, if he... Oh, but it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been, and yet... Oh, come on, son, let's forget all about this before it drives us both insane.
Oh, but we just can't forget about it, Dad. We're in this thing pretty deep. Well, gosh, we just got to get out.
Oh, but how? It seems to me that Kirby has us pretty well sewed up. If I try to get in touch with the police, why...
You've got to get in touch with the police, Dad. You've got to. It's the only way out.
Now what?
Gee, Dad, if it's that man again,
now,
maybe...
Easy, son, easy. I'm going to open the door. Well, but... Why, Mrs. Kirby.
Yes, I'm Mrs. Kirby. Oh, Mr. Adams, something terrible's happened.
What? What's happened?
My husband, he's dead.
Dead? Kirby's dead?
Murdered.
Murder? Good heavens, are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive he's lying there right in front of the open window. And oh, his poor Mr. Adams.
Of course. But tell me, are you sure he's dead?
Yes, I am. He's so... Oh, Mr. Adams, I don't know what to do. I don't...
The police, did you call them?
No, I didn't. I rushed right over here.
Well, then in that case, I'd better call them right away. Now, you just try to get a grip on yourself, and I'll...
Well, it happened that Detective Sergeant Drake, an old friend of Dad's, was placed in charge of the case. And after he'd started the investigation going, he came over to our apartment with a uniformed policeman. Of course, Dad told him all about Mr. Kirby's visit, how he'd threatened to make trouble, and, well, after Dad had finished the whole story...
Well, that's very interesting, Adams. Very interesting. Supplies a lot of answers. Now, let's see if I've got it all straight. Whenever I make a mistake, just break in on me.
All right, go ahead.
11 years ago, Kirby and a man named Ralph Graham were selling worthless bonds. In other words, they were a couple of swindlers. Kirby admitted that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Now, the law finally caught up with him. And although Kirby managed to escape, Graham was arrested, convicted, and sent to prison, where he died after serving 2 years of his sentence. In the meantime, Kirby left the country and only began to receive these threatening letters from the Avenger after he returned to the United States.
Right.
And these letters...
Followed him wherever he went. At any rate, that's what he told us. He seemed to be a little suspicious of Daniels.
The superintendent?
Yes, and Daniels' assistant, too. Willie Jackson.
Oh, yes, Willie. He had some trouble with both of them, didn't he?
Oh, then you've heard about that.
Yes, I've already questioned them about it. Both of them. They don't know it, but I'm having their alibis checked right now. But to get back to your story about this Avenger, Kirby didn't have any idea who it could possibly be, did he?
No, he didn't. That is, nothing definite. Of course, he was pretty sure that at one time or another the Avenger must have been connected with Ralph Graham.
Of course. That stands to reason. However, it's just possible that the Avenger wasn't responsible for Kirby's death. In that case... Oh, Brown.
Yes, sir.
Run across the hall and tell Mrs. Kirby I want to see her as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. I'll send to it right away.
Well, Adams, this is beginning to look like a pretty tough case. Very few clues. And only one that seems at all important.
And what's that?
A footprint, Tony. A single footprint left in the flower bed just below the window through which Kirby was shot.
Then you believe he was shot by someone standing outside the building?
Yes, I do. I'm sure of it. You see, there are powder burns on the windowsill. Now, the way I see it, the murderer was pretty cool about the whole thing. He leveled his gun on the sill, called or attracted Kirby to the open window, and then calmly shot him.
And left his footprints behind.
Exactly. And that footprint is the one clue that might solve this crime. You see, it's a little unusual. At any rate, it tells us the murderer was not a rich man. In fact, he must have been rather poor, because the sole of his shoe is worn out. The print proves that there's a hole in his shoe larger than a $50 and shaped like a heart. Yes, it's unusual. It is. And, by the way, I'm having a cast made of that footprint, a plaster cast. And when we find a shoe to fit it, we'll have the murderer.
Yes, I suppose you will. A heart-shaped hole in the sole of the shoe.
Of the right shoe. It shouldn't be too hard to locate. That is, if the murderer hasn't already disposed of the shoe. But look here, about the shot. Did either of you hear it?
No, I'm afraid we didn't. You see, this is a pretty noisy section. A lot of traffic passes by out front, and, well, even if we had heard a noise like a shot, we might have mistaken it for a backfire.
Yes, unfortunately, that's quite possible.
Say, that man I told you about, the fellow who came to the door and asked for Kirby, did you find out anything about him?
Not yet. And that's a very funny thing. According to your story, Mrs. Kirby should have seen him as she crossed the hall to your apartment.
Well, didn't she?
No, she didn't. And that's what's so funny. He wouldn't have had time to get out of the building and...
He could have hid behind the stairway and slipped out later.
Yes, I know, but... Well, we'll find out about him. That description you gave me was very complete, and we should be able to pick him up without much trouble. He certainly won't be able to get very... Oh, that's probably Brown coming back with Mrs. Kirby. Mind if I answer it, Adams?
Oh, not at all. Go right ahead.
Thanks.
Here she is, sir.
Good. Come right in, Mrs. Kirby.
Please, you're not going to ask me any more questions. You're not...
I'm sorry, Mrs. Kirby. I've got to. Now, please, just step this way.
Oh, but I've told you that... Oh, very well.
Oh, thank you. All right, Brown, you can wait outside.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mrs. Kirby, I'll just try to make this as easy for you as I possibly can. It's not very pleasant, I know, but... Well, duty is duty and often rather unpleasant.
Oh, please get to the point. What do you want to know?
How long were you married to Mr. Kirby?
6 years. I was visiting in Canada when I first met him, and, well, we returned to the States together and were married.
I see. And how long after your marriage was it that the threatening letters began to arrive?
Oh, you know about them?
Yes, I do. Now, please answer my question. How long after your marriage was it that the first threatening letters began to arrive?
Almost 2 years.
In other words, your husband received those threats over a period of 4 years. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Where were you when the first one arrived?
In Cleveland.
In Cleveland, eh?
Yes. We left right away, though.
Hoping, I suppose, to prevent the writer who called himself the Avenger from making his threats good.
That was it. But it didn't do any good.
The letters followed?
Yes. Wherever we went, the letters followed.
And you have no idea who sent them?
No. Neither did my husband. Of course, we knew it must have been someone who...
Stay where you are, Adams. I'll answer it.
All right.
Well, now, Doc,
Well,
leave me alone.
Well, what's this?
Sorry to bother you, sir. But one of the boys caught this guy trying to beat it out the back way. I thought you might want to ask him a few questions.
Well, Brown, you had the right idea. Come on in, Philip. Come on in.
Listen, copper, I ain't done nothing honest, I ain't.
Come on in.
All right, but I didn't
Close
do
the
any...
door, Brown.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you'll just...
Drake. That man.
What about him, Adams?
That's the man who came to the door and asked for Kirby.
Well, that's just fine. All right, fella, how about it?
You got me wrong, all wrong, see? I didn't kill Kirby. I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Oh, then how did you know Kirby was killed?
Well, you think you got me, don't you? Well, you got another thing coming. I heard the dame tell this guy that Kirby'd been murdered, and I thought...
You mean you heard Mrs. Kirby telling Mr. Adams that her husband had been killed?
Yeah, that's it.
Where were you at the time?
Hiding behind the bend in the stairway.
Why were you hiding?
Because I didn't want to be seen.
Why not?
Because Well, I was out to get Kirby myself.
You mean you wanted to kill him?
Yeah. But I didn't. Honest, I didn't. You gotta believe me. Someone else beat me to it.
What did you have against Kirby? Why did you want to kill him?
Well, because he had me fired. I drive a truck, see? I got a wife and a couple of kids. Well, one day a couple of weeks ago, I happened to smack into this Kirby guy's car, and he raises a row about it. What happens? The boss fires me. That's what happens. And my kids go hungry. That's why I wanted to get him. And I would have. Only someone beat me to it.
And that's your story. All right, Brown. Take him down to headquarters.
Listen, hey, wait a minute. You can't take me...
You've told your story. Now we're going to see if you can stick to it. Take him along, Brown.
Oh, listen, copper. Have a heart, will you? I'm telling you, you can't do that. You can't pin that on me. There's nobody...
And that just about finished things for the night. Nothing further developed until 2 days later. When I came home from school, Mr. Daniels, the superintendent of the building, was busy mixing some cement right in front of the apartment house. As I walked up to him...
Why, hello there, Tony.
Oh, hello, Mr. Daniels.
And how's the boy?
Oh, I'm okay. Any news?
News?
Yeah, about the Kirby mystery.
Oh, that. No news.
Are the police still holding that truck driver down at headquarters?
Yes, and he's holding out. He hasn't changed his story in the least. Oh, well, they'll get the truth out of him sooner or later.
Then you don't believe his story?
Look out, that pavement. Now, look out.
What's the matter?
I just laid that cement a few minutes ago, and it isn't hard yet.
Oh, I see. And I almost stepped in it. Is that it?
Yes, that's it, all right. I don't want to go over it, either. It's bad enough I've got to do this square over without...
Gee whiz, someone just walked over that cement.
Well, what's the matter?
Holy smoke, the footprints. The footprints!
Calling all Junior G-men, to follow the case of the footprint that solved the crime. Flash, stand by for report announcing concerning the next broadcast. Calling all Junior G-men to proceed at once to points of duty. Calling Junior G-man Anthony Adams to report to Director Donald Peterson at the next meeting on this station to continue report concerning...
The footprint that solved a crime.